Welcome back to the Selangor Turf Club for the second preview for this weekend. This one relating to Sunday's meeting on the 6th of April, which is the feature race, the New Zealand Bloodstock Ready to Run 2023 Graduate Cup. Of course, this is for all the graduates from that sale back in 2023. It's for a stake of 150,000 ringgit and it's over 1,400 metres relating to those 3-year-olds. So we'll touch on that race in just a bit, but a few runners to keep an eye out on for the afternoon. We'll start off in race 2, where I think the best bet for the afternoon comes in, and that's number 6, Pacific Beauty, the mare taking on the boys. A winner last time out when beating Kick by just over 2.5 lengths on that occasion. Geraldine Xiao jumps aboard, drawn in barrier 5, not the worst of draws, but certainly a competitive draw, and I think off the back of that last win does meet a slightly weaker field, I think, here. And I think number 6, Pacific Beauty, if she shows the same turn of foot that she did in her last run, she could be the one to beat. The eye catcher does look to be number 9, Kalmani, but off the back of that win, it wasn't the best of fields either. So I do think number 6, Pacific Beauty, based on form lines, holds a stronger form line than number 9, Kalmani, who I think will be the subject of betting support come Sunday's race meeting. Race 4, going for a bit of value here. Now, you might think I'm crazy with number 4, Italian Revolution, who's dropping in class. His last couple of runs have been in Class 3 companies. Last 2 starts, both over 1,400 metres, where something clearly went amiss in both of those runs. Very disappointing efforts, but it has been a touch too far for him. He's dropping in class to Class 4 company, dropping in distance back to 1,200 metres. Clyde Lett jumps aboard from a good barrier of barrier 3. I think this can cause an upset at a good each-way price as well. Undoubtedly, the form horse of the race has to be number 10, Yes Man. Probably the horse they all have to beat. But just for punters out there, if you're looking for a bit of a split, a bit of an upset on the day, number 4, Italian Revolution in race 4, I think he can upset at a bit of a price, and hopefully he can bounce back to his best form. Now we skip a few races and we head on to the feature race, the race 9. This is the New Zealand Bloodstock Ready to Run 2023 Graduate Cup. It's for a stake of 150,000 ringgit and will be contested over 1,400 metres. Number 1, Duma from the Frank Maynard stable, certainly stands out as the horse to beat here. Completely ignored that last run, had a wide draw to overcome, wasn't able to settle in, and had it tough from the word go. Finished unplaced on that occasion. His only run to date where he's finished unplaced, but I am expecting him to bounce back here. Nutman aboard, drawn barrier 5, and take note the blinkers are being applied here, and that should sharpen him up. And I think number 1, Duma, will make a winning return to the track here and will effectively take out the New Zealand Bloodstock Ready to Run 2023 Graduate Cup. The following race, in race 10, number 2, Pacific Vampire, catches the eye. A very speedy sort, goes to the front and tries to go start to finish up in front. Take note, his last run was in the Tunku Gold Cup, now in a Supreme A race over 1,020 metres, track 2. Fast running track, will definitely suit him, and this could be the race which sees the return of number 2, Pacific Vampire, into the winner's enclosure. And to close off the selections, the penultimate race of the afternoon in race 11, also in track 2, and I think number 3, Release the Spirit from the Richard Lyons stable, stands out. He has had the 3 starts for 1 and 1 second placing, but this horse certainly has untapped potential about him and untapped talent about him. The 3-year-old son of Nakoni, a good win last time out when beating The Invincible, was well supported from $48 into 17, won by just over 1.5 lengths in running, and has a wide draw to overcome. My only concern, but he is certainly a talented source and one to keep an eye out on. So there's just a few runners to follow for Sunday's race meeting. If you're in the area, come down to the Selangor Turf Club for what looks to be a great day of racing.
And hi again, everyone. Another big meeting coming up on Sunday, the 6th of April, a 12-race program commencing at 12:30 p.m. And the track number 2 in operation for the last 3 races, of course, races 1 through to 9, like Saturday, will be contested on the A4 course. Now, the feature race on the Sunday program is the 150,000 ringgit New Zealand Bloodstock Ready to Run 2023 Graduate Cup. Of course, graduates from that 2023 sale eligible for that event. Of course, they're all 3-year-olds going around in race number 9. It's attracted a quality lineup as well, and some very good form to come out of that race also. But we'll delve on that later. The best bet for the program is coming up in race 10. And I'm going with number 1, Platinum Ford, a former Macau galloper, now with trainer Ricky Choi, who is currently having a very good year of racing, and the stable striking at around 20% at this stage. And I think Platinum Ford, coming off his first up effort there in the Tunku Gold Cup, that is, in the race won by Noah Khan, he raced on speed and actually trailed Pacific Vampire throughout. Now, Pacific Vampire is engaged in the same race tomorrow and looks the logical leader. And I think if Platinum Fort can take the trail, these horses raced 1-2 for most of the journey in the Tunku Gold Cup there 3 weeks ago. And I think Platinum Fort can once again beat home Pacific Vampire, and that scenario can be repeated. So my best bet comes up in race 10, and that is number 1, Platinum Fort, with HS Gill once again to take the ride. Now, having a look at the main race for the program, the New Zealand Bloodstock Ready to Run 2023 Graduate Cup. There's a field of 12 going around, one newcomer from the Simon Dunderdale stable, Campionessa. Now, the other 11 have had race experience, and a few coming off some recent victories as well. Now, my selection, I'm sticking with 1, Duma. Looked all at sea last start, caught wide for most of the journey from the barrier jaw, and was never a chance in the race won by Cheval Pegasus, and that was a Class 4 event. So I think back to his own age group, R. Newkman once again will take the ride from the yard of Frank Maynard. He's got a good record of 2 wins from 5 starts. He's yet to win this campaign, but I think he can bounce back, and back to 3-year-old company. I've put number 1, Duma, as the on-top selection. Now, if you're looking a couple for the trifectas there, I speak of Rocky Bay, who's got a very good record over the 1400 metres, along with Storm Pegasus. Now, Storm Pegasus hasn't run since the end of January and ran second in a Class 4 race, a pretty strong Class 4 race won by Atlante Legend, and he went down by a nose on that occasion. Now, given the freshen up there for the K. Ananthan stable, and with A. Azizi to take the apprentice there, he won't take the claim, of course. Apprentices can't claim in the event, but I think Storm Pegasus can run a very good race first up from the short spell. I spoke of Rocky Bay. He's yet to miss a place over 1400 metres. In fact, he's had the 1 win and 2 placings over this journey, and a really eye-catching effort there in the race won by Platinum Glory going back to the 1st of March. So he's coming off the freshen up as well. So all in all, looks to be a very good race. The New Zealand Bloodstock Ready to Run Graduate Cup. I'm going with number 1, Duma, as the on-top selection, and I've put in as the danger number 3, Storm Pegasus, and 6, Rocky Bay. 1, 3, 6, my selections in the feature race, race number 9. Of course, that race is worth 150,000 Reggae stake money. Good luck for Sunday. Looks to be a challenging card for punters, and racing coming up next Saturday, the 12th of April. I join you again in a week's time. So until then, good luck everyone, and happy punting.